Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at an incredible new Immersion mod that has been recently released on the Nexus. And up until now, this type of mod, to this quality, has never been possible. In this video I wanted to explore some of the cool new features available within the mod and put together a showcase that can best shine a light on the incredible advancements in Skyrim modding in the past couple of years, and inject your game with some amazing new capabilities that will be sure to revitalise some of the core mechanics that make up the Skyrim experience.
The following is a safety protocol by Heavy Burns Incorporated.
So why is it that we'll spend hours and hours crafting the best armour in Skyrim to stay protected in a video game when we're not doing it online in real life? That's what I thought. There is no reason. So thankfully our friends over at Surfshark are offering us a huge 83% off and 3 extra months for free when using code HEAVYBURNS at checkout. But what is Surfshark, you might be asking? Well, it's pretty simple. Surfshark offers a virtual private network through an easy to use app or browser extension that will protect all of your data while traversing the internet. You can use your account across an unlimited number of devices and even access content that would otherwise be hidden behind other countries' limitations. And while using Surfshark, all of your data is encrypted, meaning every single thing you do will not leave a single trace. Basically, there are no downsides, and they're even offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee. There really is no better time to start caring about your internet security. So click the link in the description, use code HEAVYBURNS at checkout, and you'll get 83% off plus 3 months for free. Thank you once again to Surfshark for making videos like these possible, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at an amazing new mod created by Jay Serper named Immersive Interactions. Immersive Interactions is a mod which is designed to add context-aware animations when interacting with the world around you. By utilising both the dynamic animation replacer and Nemesis, this mod offers a seamless and grounding experience tailored to games such as Red Dead Redemption 2, where each action comes with its own animation. This means when your hands are free, the player character and certain NPCs will perform unintrusive animations which change depending on the action taken. The mod is designed to allow you to interact with the world around you in a believable way, but enough of the technicalities, why don't I just show you? Many actions in the game that were before left unanimated now come with their own movements. For example, looting an animal carcass will result in your player kneeling down and using a knife to skin the prey. In situations where looting takes place on a humanoid corpse, the player will instead kneel down and reach their hand out, which differs from their animal counterpart. Additionally, when looting takes place outside of scavenging bodies and animals, picking up an item straight off the ground will result in a short reach out and grab animation. But when the context differs, and this time you're looting from, or more accurately, stealing from a living body, the pickpocket animation will play before revealing the target's inventory. Now, moving away from looting for a moment, when the player wants to interact with a door, there is now an added arm reach out animation to simulate the act of grabbing the door handle. However, once again, if the context differs and this time you're trying to pick a lock on a door, or a container or trap for instance, the lock picking animation will play instead. Now jumping back to looting, when a container is not locked and doesn't require the lockpick animation, the player will simply reach out, similarly to the pick up item animation, to open the chest. Next, in more casual situations when you feel like interacting with the various performing bards around Skyrim, you can activate them once to applaud along, joining in with the festivities. But in more serious situations, when speaking to someone of high authority, such as a Jarl, your character will perform a selection of salutes that differ dependent on the size and stature of the target. And on the opposite side of the wealth chain, when interacting with beggars and gifting them gold, you will now reach out and simulate giving them money, and they will also receive with a short animation in return. But what about looting in situations such as harvesting ingredients? Well, as again the context is different, the player will crouch and harvest the plant at varying speeds dependent on your alchemy level. Next, when you interact with one of the many standing stones dotted amongst Skyrim, your character will reach out to touch the ancient stone before the blessing is bestowed upon you. And if you have the Unpause Game Menus mod installed, when reading a book in your inventory, your character will simulate reading and flipping the pages as you go through the book menu in real time. But what about those who wish to take action on their spiritual beliefs? Well, now, interacting with a shrine will allow the player to kneel and pray to receive the blessing. And sticking to the more spiritual side of the game, when a follower of the player falls dead in combat, your character will now react accordingly to the situation, by respectfully mourning them before being able to loot their items. Now moving on to a more light-hearted interaction. When speaking to children, your character will playfully wave to them upon interacting, and they will return the gesture with one of 3 animations. And on the flip side to the Jarl and Commander interaction, when a guard of a hold that you are Thane of speaks to you, they will address you with a salute paying tribute to your rank in the city. Additionally, when interacting with a follower, either in the base game or added by a mod, they will respectfully nod and salute you upon initiating dialogue. And jumping back to other mod integrations for a moment, if you have the mod Simply Knock enabled, upon activating the action, your character will visibly knock the door after the prompt appears. But this mod doesn't just stop with world interactions. It also introduces a simple petting feature to allow you to connect with your 4-legged friends. This includes horses, and also one of 3 animations can be played when choosing to pet a dog. And following on from interacting with your loved ones, you can also now occasionally approach your spouse and greet them with an embrace. And not only does this mod add all of those interactions, you can also perform special animations, such as collecting wood from a wood pile, or even boxing a training dummy to grant yourself a temporary buff to your stats. And the final 2 come in the form of pouring yourself a glass from any mead keg in the game, and also putting out any fire pits found across the entirety of Skyrim. But already, since its release, there has been quite a substantial addition. The Tomb Raider update, an addition that aims to expand the already introduced systems into new unique areas, offering more believability and variety to some of those existing interactions, and also adding some new ones, as you might have guessed, themed around tombs. Firstly, when approached by one of the many jeweled dragon claw doors in the game, interacting with one of the rotating puzzle pieces will result in your player reaching out and manually sliding the disc. And furthermore, you can then place the dragon claw into the keyhole to lock in your selection. And a secret animation can be triggered if you use the dragon claw's auto unlock mod available on the Nexus. Moving on, various other puzzle and contraptions now have their own animations. For example, pulling a chain, or activating a lever. Or how about something more impactful, like using your entire body to reach out and rotate the picture puzzle pillars. And to top it off, there is even functionality built in to provide animations for lifting up the wooden bars blocking selected doorways. These additions alone can really add some much needed refreshment to almost every dungeon in the game. But it doesn't stop with Nordic tombs. When venturing into Dwemer dungeons, you can now manually lean in and interact with the Dwarven button, which together pretty much animates most dungeon mechanics you'll find across your playthrough. But the update doesn't end there. As well as the new tomb additions, there's also already been improvements to the looting system, by providing 3 different item pickup variants dependent on the location of the target item. This means when picking up an item off a high shelf, your character will reach up to loot. Alternatively, when an item is on the ground, your character will crouch down instead. Immersive Interactions is by far the most comprehensive animated actions mod to come out in recent years, and combined with some of Jay Serpa's other mods such as Conditional Expressions and Dirt and Blood, you can truly bring your player character to life by making them actually interact with the world around them in a way that was never before possible, and completely immerse yourself back into Skyrim. And that's going to do it for this showcase. It's not that often that I'll be doing videos on one singular mod, but when they deserve it like Immersive Interactions, I'm happy to do so. Also, a couple of important things before we end this video. First off, we hit 50k subs after the Dawnguard and Blackbeach video, so thanks a bunch for that. If you missed the live face reveal Super Show stream, then you can find the VOD available on the Discord server along with all other subsequent streams. All you have to do is head over to the rules section, hit the green circle, and you'll gain access to the live stream channel, where you can watch any and all VODs after the stream's end. And if it wasn't abruptly obvious, I'm now streaming every other day, ish here on the channel, so drop by and say hi if you manage to catch one. But other than that, don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. We're still pushing for 100k by the end of the year, so we need all the help we can get. Also, special thanks to Jay Serpa, the author behind Immersive Interactions, for providing all the information and an early access testing release to create this video. Make sure you endorse the mod and send him some love in the comments. And shout out to SpaceGamer64, great name, for winning this video's shout out. Head over to Twitter and retweet my pinned tweet about this video for a chance to win next time. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.